It's a combination of me and my uncle's games because he was the one that to video games, and then
You play Duck Hunt?
Oh my god, Duck
I still
Hunt.
do that game.
I hated that dang dog that came out every single time you failed. And
You know
laughed
what-
at you.
What is it? And then what is also in there? Oh, okay, any of the Mario games are good.
Yes.
Oh my god, Duck Hunt and Mario in that same cartridge was a horrible thing. Because, like, what happened was that my dad used to own a video game store. And so, he has every freaking... I would really say all of them in our garage and somewhere in our house. We still have it. And then, the only thing we don't have is now the gun, so we can't play Duck Hunt, so I've never explained it. But Mario, my sister played it, my brother played it, my dad played it for 20 years. He still can't find Princess Peach in that freaking game. It's been 20 years, and he still can't find it. I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm sorry. It's like, seriously?
You just keep going. It's linear.
I know.
Well, it's kind of like me. I never actually finished Mario 64 on the Nintendo 64 because I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
I kept dying at Luigi, so...
The funny thing is, when I went to San Diego's anime kanji, they actually brought out Duck Hunt, and I was like, oh my god, no way. And because I found out that the person that run the game room down there was a good friend of mine, and she told me she wanted to keep it classy. Man, she kept it classy, alright. I was really happy that Duck Hunt was involved in their game room, so I felt, oh my god, I remembered this. Who cannot forget the stupid dog?
Does
Oh
everyone
my God.
did anyone play the game the motorcycle game?
Oh yeah, I have it.
Oh.
And
No, I
played-
know what you're talking about, yeah.
Oh my god, that
But I'm
used to
sorry, but
annoy
yes,
me
bro.
so much.
Excite bike?
I think that was called. Like I know Robot Chicken, like that show on Adult Swim, Robot Chicken.
yeah.
They did that. They did like a little short on that, which was funny, because it was exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, okay, this doesn't make sense. Like, why does my bike keep on breaking on me? What the hell?
I remember that now. It was Excite
That's
Bike
the
that
one
made
with
fun of.
That's something else. Never mind. No, because I was thinking of this game that you're basically riding a bike and you're delivering newspaper.
That's Paperboy.
Hey,
No,
stupid,
I
I'm
said
sorry.
motorcycle. Motorcycle.
Sorry, or bike. So,
Paperboy, hey, Paperboy was the shit, man. You gotta
I'm
admit,
sorry, but that was kind of retarded because you had to dodge everything.
that's the
That's
point.
pretty
Yeah,
much what
game
like
for
kids on
kids.
bikes do when they're delivering newspapers. Like, oh shit, look out for the car. Stupid dog's chasing me.
What is
Not only
it?
that, they have like
Castlevania.
stuff. So you have like wheels running from the driveway because apparently one of them was coming apart and it rolls down the. I was like, what the hell? That doesn't happen in real life.
Well, it could,
You could.
especially for back then. Anyway, actually, going back to the whole pants thing that you mentioned before, Mist, of the whole that Joey didn't have enough butt area for him. I actually just found out myself too. Thank God, because I have to make pants in my costume construction class, and I found out that the pattern for pants, like there is like a little curve area for where the butt is.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of like, that makes a lot of sense now, because I know that you definitely can't just have a straight area for your pants, because what about women with actual butts?
See, I was in my head thinking, oh, if we just modify, because we use scrubs, because that's the cheapest pattern. So we just kind of modified everything else. We're like, oh, and Joey's like, make it really tight, and we're like, okay.
Make it spandex.
I guess.
No,
Joey
leotard
does not
style.
That's pretty much what spandex is, Jesse.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I
It's
thought-
pretty much spandex and leotards are skin tight. They're basically the same
well,
thing.
Yeah, leotards are made of spandex. Well, not often, depends. But you can go. My ballet leotards are lycra or cotton or stuff like that, or whatever they're like special materials.
Well,
for.
see, I'm more
It's a
used
bit
to
of a
like
mix.
spandex because I had to use spandex when I was doing ice skating.
Oh yeah. See, that's why I was like, in ballet we don't use it because I don't know. It's just like weird for ballet. Oh, it's
yeah,
for guys.
Yeah, guys have the spandex.
We don't use the. Nope. It's for people.
Yeah,
But yeah, apparently Joey does not have a really, really flat butt.
I wouldn't know. I don't look
now
at his
you know how
butt.
sexy his butt is, apparently.
Is it squishy? Maybe it's squishy.
Wow.
Please don't nosebleed, miss.
I'm just saying, it might be squishy.
Why don't you test
know-
it out?
For people that are listening, I'm a stalker.
What?
Just think about it. I sound like a stalker.
Well, I mean, you're not really. I mean, he's your boyfriend, so...
See, now we've established it.
Yes.
Now we've established it.
Now that we've established it, that you are his girlfriend and you're not in stalker mode.
No.
Just in creeper girlfriend mode.
No, overly attached girlfriend for the one.
Oh my god, Elle, if I ever saw you make that face, I would, like, flip my lid. I'd like, oh my god.
But yeah, going back to video games, like Barton said, what was the hardest game you played? For me, Ninja Gaiden, Castlevania. No!
Oh god.
Castlevania, that was hard too. An Atlas game, especially Trauma Center, I never finished past stage 2, I believe.
Trauma Center.
Trauma Center, you know that surgical doctor game?
Yeah.
Where you gotta cut open people.
And Dota 2. I don't care. It is not the same as League of Legends. League of Legends is freaking easy.
Now,
Dota?
the hardest game what?
Dota.
Defense of the Ancients.
Oh.
Like I said before, PC Master Race. I want Guild Wars 2. Diablo 3 sucks.
I was gonna say, the hardest game I played was I Wanted to Be the Guy.
Oh my god!
Good god, that game.
Joey finished it.
What? Are you serious?
Finished it.
How long did it take him to finish it?
You have to memorize every single step.
Well, I figured that, but like, how long did it take him?
I don't know, but he games all day because he's like a hardcore gamer and I'm like super casual.
Yeah, I remember like when we first met him, he would like marathon all the time.
Yeah, that's normal. That's why. I say, oh, he's hanging out with his girlfriend, his virtual girlfriend. Okay, I'm leaving him alone. We sometimes play together, but right now he's playing Guild Wars 2 and I don't have it. I'm thinking about getting it, but probably not. Depends on how everything works. Because Diablo 3 was really big disappointment.
Oh, I hear my dad outside. I get the feeling he's gonna open my door. Just watch. I bet you he's gonna open my door.
Why?
Because he always does. He goes my sister's first, and then he comes in mine and says something. So there's gonna be feedback coming from my
Sounds
area
like my
now.
dad.
Watch.
Oops.
I will be amazed if he does it because I can hear him. So if you hear him, don't say anything.
Just giggle.
Just listen and giggle because it's gonna be my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I hear him. Oh my god.
Oh, we're sorry.
So does this mean we're not gonna freaking hear Gale's roommates?
Oh, I hear my sister. What are they doing? Because he always like messes with her. Like he always just kind of like pokes at her or whatever. Like, you know what I mean?
This sounds
What?
awfully familiar.
Pillsbury boy?
Gale, we're your roommates.
Well, she was smart. She put down a piece of paper that said recording in session. I should have done that. But then again, my dad probably still would open the door anyway. Anyway, back to what we were talking about in games.
The hardest game. I think the hardest game I've ever played, honestly speaking, back in the day, Star Fox, Super Nintendo.
Oh, I remember.
I never
Star
played that
Fox.
game.
And,
I hear my dad.
The thing that was hard was I could not beat Andros. He was freaking hard as hell. I think it would take me maybe more than 5 weeks to actually beat him because back then you couldn't really have a save point. So you basically had to start over and over play the entire game. Oh my god, he was a pain in the ass.
Sounds like Final Fantasy 4 a little bit.
Not really. If you were a high enough level in Final Fantasy 4, you could literally beat Zeromus without a problem.
No, not Zeromus. When you were going into the Tower of Babel, you gotta go through that whole freaking cutscene that lasts for like a minute and a half. And I'm literally I'm just button mashing I'm just like raping the A button. It's like press, it's like hurry up! And then I die inside the castle because I'm too low levels. Like, I'm still kind of move.
Oh dear. That's not good.
I know. And the save point is on the moon, and then you can only save on the world map, and oh, good lord.
Which is legit.
But I can't exit the Tower of Babel once you go in, and I'm just like, great. The next save point is like in the middle of the stomach or somewhere.
Right.
I was like, oh, I'm like dying, because like, whenever those scorch, like, I don't know what they are, but there's fire dogs or something, but like the flame dogs, whatever they do, like when they use flame, instant party kill. I was like, fuck, now I gotta start over again.
Yeah, that was definitely back in the day.
And it's also on the DS, and I'm like, I gotta go through that same horror again, and it's a lot worse. Now there's a lot more talking in there, and I'm just like, great.
Silence.
I'm looking up Guild Wars 2.
Yeah.
I think I know what my hardest game was. I'm just trying to remember if it's the correct name. There's a game for the GameCube called Baten Kaitos.
Oh my god, I love that game!
I remember that.
That sounds familiar.
That game was
It's a 2-disc game, and I could never get past the first bloody disc on the last frickin' boss on the disc, where you basically go against one big boss and 2 former bosses, so they're mini bosses with a main boss.
Oh yay!
That was really hard, yeah.
I'd either kill both the mini bosses and get killed by the main boss, or kill the main boss and get killed by the mini bosses. I could never go any further than that, no matter what the hell I did. Like, I literally played to that point 3 different times.
That sucks.
Man, I don't know what it is. I really like that game. I don't know, actually.
It's an awesome game. I love it, but I can't beat the damn thing.
Yeah.
I think back in like high school for me, the hardest game I actually played was, sad to say, Final Fantasy X at the time, just because around that time I didn't know there was such a thing as a guide. So I would always fight Seymour in Mount Gagazet, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing? How come I can't kill him? Because I was that stupid back then. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I was just like, I don't understand what the sphere grid means, so I'm just gonna not use it. Yeah.
Oh, that's bad, man. You really needed it.
Well, actually, I mean, technically you can play the game without using the sphere grid, but for someone like me who had never played this game before and I was that much of an idiot, I was just kind of like, whatever.
I didn't know that. I was like, you gotta use a spirit grid. It's to your advantage, like, that you use it, because that way you get certain spells that way.
See, the thing is that this was like my first game ever. Especially with my first RPG ever in my life, so it's just kind of like, what is this? It's a spider web of hoops and yo-yos. I'm like, whatever. Not gonna use it. I'll just use my potions and items.
Which would make sense, because back then, at that time, guides were pretty much the big thing when they cost about $12 at that time. And they showed you a lot to get through the games.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Now guides are like $20. I'm like, oh, forget it. I'm just looking at it on the internet.
That's what GameFAQs.com is for.
I do that, but then I don't do that.
For the most part, like, I like getting the guides so I could use it as references for costumes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's pretty much what I did for my Auron costume. Like, I went online too, but it's a lot easier to just whip out a book and go to a certain page and be like, oh, I gotta go find this online, or I gotta save this, and you know what I mean? And then, like, if you're, like, not using your computer or your laptop, it'll go to black screen, so I was like, it's just easier to have a book.
I see. But, like, the costumes I have, I don't know if I can find a guide for it.
Well, it depends. Like, if it's a game, you can probably find a guide for it somewhere, or you can probably find an art book.
Well, that's gonna be weird, because, like, I don't know. Final Fantasy 1? Does it have any?
Well, I mean, it's Final Fantasy 1. This doesn't really... It's not going to have, like, an art book in the per se, like what they did in, like, recent Final Fantasy games where they have, like, individual profiles and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, of course, for, like, stuff like that, you're going to have to, like, look for it online.
Oh, yeah.
This is starting to remind me of when I worked on Garnet and went through so many art books looking for references. And then I ended up having to go through, like, gameplays and taking screenshots, and I ended up with almost...
Oh my god, same here.
I did that a little bit for Auron, like, for his back design.
How many screenshots total for those outfits? Over 60? Yeah, that was horrible. And then I realized after I made the outfit that I still was incorrect, and yeah, okay, I'm gonna right now.
Only?
And that's not even total.
Jeez, my collection then. I have over 200 reference pictures.
Why would you need that many?
Hello, fanboy Garnet.
Hello, why would you need that many reference pictures?
You'd be very surprised what you find on the internet these days when it comes to fan art.
Well, I know, but why would you need it for reference?
Oh, good lord, no.
Like, honestly, like, if for reference photos, in terms of, like, making a costume, I only need, like, less than 15 usually.
Same here, but it'll go over sometimes when I need a certain angle of the sleeve or something. It depends.
Well, because, like, that's what I mean. Look, usually it's, like, for me, I don't know. Maybe I'm finding, like, the right photos or something like that. Because, like, for Auron, I only needed, like, 10 images. like 5 of them were like off of like gameplays and all that kind of stuff because like I